Okay, for anybody that's getting on or is already on and I just don't see it yet, welcome to my first ONEderful Wednesday. Kind of took a break from Sunday Fun Day and decided to do a little something different and have a midweek session. So tonight's my first one. And being that tomorrow, June 18th, is Paul McCartney's birthday, I figured, what the heck? I'm gonna do an all Pauly kind of gig tonight. So some Beatles, some solo, and Mary Rents gets the special prize, being the first one on tonight. Hey, Mary. Start out with early Beatles from about probably 63, 64. Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. And then while I'm away, I'll ride home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you. I'll pretend that I'm kissing the lips I am missing, and hope that my dreams will come true. And then while I'm away, I'll ride home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you. All my loving I will send to you. All my loving, darling, I'll be true. Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. And then while I'm away, I'll ride home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you. All my loving, darling, darling, I'll be true. All my loving, all my loving, all my loving, I will send to you. All righty. Here's another early Beatles song. I give her all my love, that's all I do. And if you saw my love, you'd love her too. And I love her. She gives me everything, and tenderly the kiss my lover brings, she brings to me, and I love her. A love like ours would never die, as long as I have you near me. Bright are the stars that shine, dark is the sky. I know this love of mine will never die. stars that shine, dark is the sky. I know this love of mine will never die, and I love her. Well, as I said, tomorrow is Paul McCartney's birthday. If you really want to feel old, he's going to be 78 years old. He's older than most of the people, well, maybe not most, but many, a good many of the people that live in the nursing home that I work at. So, and he's still going strong. If only he would lower the keys on some of his songs. Anyway, this is one of his early, I guess it was a hit. It was popular. It wasn't like a #1 or anything like that, but this was right around the time of the Ram album. And always one of my favorites. I love this song. Every day she takes a morning bath, she wets her hair, wraps a towel around her as she's heading for the bedroom chair. It's just another day, slipping into stockings, stepping into shoes, dipping in the pocket of her raincoat. It's just another day at the office where the papers grow. She takes a break, drinks another coffee, and she finds it hard to stay awake. It's just another day. It's just another day. It's just another day. Oh, sad, so sad. Sometimes she feels so sad, alone in an apartment she dwells, till the man of her dreams comes to break the spell. Stay, don't stand her up, and he comes and he stays, but he leaves her next day. So sad. Sometimes she feels so sad as she posts another letter to the sound of 5. People gather around her and she finds it hard to stay alive. It's just another day. It's just another day. It's just another day. Yeah. So sad, so sad. Sometimes she feels so sad, alone in an apartment she dwells, till the man of her dreams comes to break the spell. Stay, don't stand her up, and he comes and he stays, but he leaves her next day. So sad. Sometimes she feels so sad. Every day she takes a morning bath, she wets her hair, wraps a towel around her as she's heading for the bedroom chair. It's just another day, slipping into stockings, stepping into shoes, dipping in the pocket of a raincoat. Oh, it's just another day. It's day. It's just another day. All right. Yeah, I practiced that one last night, and I thought maybe I should change the key, and I did it great. And tonight I wish I'd have changed the key. Anyway, tough one to change the key to, though. This next song is the Thank You, Janet. Very kind of you. All the way from Colorado. Anyway, this song was the title song of the album that really kind of changed my life. Up until that point, you know, I'd bought 45s and things like that, but I'd never bought a full album. You know, I'd listen to my sister's music. I had 3 older sisters. They were teenagers in the Beatles era, so that's why I loved the Beatles. But anyway, this was the first album that I really got into on my own and listened to like all the songs, not just the hits. And this is one that I definitely cannot hit the notes, so I will falsetto it or I will go lower key. But I really wanted to do this. I really wanted to do this song because it's a great song, and like I said, it really kind of changed my life as far as like developing a taste for my own music. Anyway, goes like this. Inside these 4 walls, sent inside forever, never seeing no one nice again like you, Mama. If I ever get out of here, thought of giving it all away to a registered charity. All I need is a pint a day. If I ever get out of here, if we ever get out of here. Band on the run. The jailer man and Sailor Sam were searching everyone for the band on the run. Band on the run. Band on the run. Band on the run. Well, the undertaker drew a heavy sigh, seeing no one else had come, and a bell was ringing in the village square. Oh, the rabbits on the run. Band on the run. Band on the run. Jailer man the night was falling as the desert world began to settle down. In the town they're searching for us everywhere, but we never will be found. Band on the run, band on the run, and the county judge who held a grudge will search forevermore for the band on the run, the band on the run, the band on the run, the band on the run. Like I said, all over the place vocally, but I just had to do that song. I knew it wasn't going to be great, but I love that song, and just great album too. Although when you listen to the song 1985, it's you kind of have to fight the urge to laugh right now. But for those that know the song, you'll know what I mean. Anyway, this next one is going back to the Beatles days, back to the Magical Mystery Tour era. This song I first heard done by a group called Sergio Mendes and Brazil 66. Anybody remember them? And then when we crossed over into the 70s, I guess they became Brazil 77. But this one, I did not even know at that time that this was a Beatles song, that this was a McCartney song. But it's a great tune. Day after day, alone on a hill, the man with the foolish grin is keeping perfectly still. But nobody wants to know him, they can see that he's just a fool. And he never gives an answer, but the fool on the hill sees the sun going down, and the eyes in his head see the world spinning round. Well on the way, his head in a cloud, the man of 1,000 voices talking perfectly loud. But nobody ever hears him, or the sound he appears to make. And he never comes to notice, but the fool on the hill sees the sun going down, and the eyes in his head see the world spinning round. Do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do, and nobody seems to like him, they can tell what he wants to do. And he never shows his feelings, but the fool on the hill sees the sun going down, and the eyes in his head see the world spinning round. Listens to them, he knows that they're the fools. They don't like him, the fool on the hill sees the sun going down, and the eyes in his head see the world spinning round. Here's one from the Beatles' first U.S. release, which was Meet the Beatles. And it kind of combined a lot of songs from With the Beatles, which was a British release, and Please Please Me. But this one was not an original tune with them. It was taken from the musical, The Music Maker. Or The Music Man. Sorry, never mind.
There were bells on a hill, but I never heard them ringing. No, I never heard them at all, till there was you. There were birds in the sky, but I never saw them winging. No, I never saw them at all, till there was you. There was music and wonderful roses. They tell me in sweet, fragrant meadows of dawn and dew. There was love all around, but I never heard it ringing. No, I never heard it at all, till there was. And there was music and wonderful roses. They tell me in sweet, fragrant meadows of dawn and dew. There was love all around, but I never heard it singing. No, I never heard it at all, till there was. She was just 17, and you know what I mean. And the way she looked was way beyond compare. How could I dance with another? Oh, when I saw her standing there. But she looked at me, and I could see that before too long I'd fall in love with her. She wouldn't dance with another. Oh, when I saw her standing there. Well, my heart went boom when I crossed that room, and I held her hand in my ear. Oh, we danced through the night, and we held each other tight, and before too long I fell in love with her. Now I'll never dance with another. Oh, since I saw her standing there. Come on, sing with me. Well, my heart went boom when I tossed that room, and I held long, I fell in love with her. Now I'll never dance with another. Oh, since I saw her standing there. Well, since I saw her standing there. Yeah, well, since I saw her standing there. Woo. Oh, that's a good old Polly favorite. I think that was when, even though when I was younger, I always wanted to play drums. I do have a set of drums. I just never get on them anymore. But that was the song, you know, that like made me want to go and make a guitar shaped like Paul's bass, you know, out of cardboard and things like that. So it was really fun. Now this next song I have no business doing, but I love this song, so I want to do it. I may just do part of it. But I love this song. And this song got ripped off big time. It was nominated for an Academy Award in 1974. And it did not win, but it should have won. And the song that won was The Way We Were. Sorry. Anyway. I don't know how much of this I'll do. I can't sing it in the right key, but I couldn't figure out how to change key and make it sound any good. So I'm going to do part of it, but I love this song. I've seen this movie multiple times. I've never wanted to be in the water with crocodiles ever since. So when you were young and your heart was an open book, used to say, live and let live. You know you did, you know you did, you know you did. But if this ever-changing world which we live in... Nah, it's not gonna happen tonight. I can't do it. Sorry, folks. You'll be singing that song the rest of the night because I didn't sing it. But a little known trivia about that song. That was the only song that Weird Al Yankovic ever got a refusal from the original artist to do a parody on. Paul said no, because he wanted to do the song. I've seen a short clip of this. He must have done it illegally somewhere. But he was going to call it Chicken Pot Pie instead of Live and Let Die. So I just love that. Okay. All of Kansas, oh, miss rolling in from the sea. My desire is always to be here. Oh, Mull of Kintyre. Sorry, Michelle, I really wanted to do it. Far have I traveled, and much have I seen. Dark, distant mountains and valleys of green. Past painted desert, sun sets on fire as he carries me home to the Mull of Kintyre. Mull of Kintyre, oh, mist rolling in from the sea. My desire is always to be here, oh, Mull of Kintyre. like deer in the glen. Carry me back to the days I knew then. Nights when we sang like a heavenly choir of the life and the times of the Mull of Kintyre. Mull of Kintyre, home is rolling in from the sea. My desire is always to be here, oh Mull of Kintyre. Smiles in the sunshine and tears in the rain still takes me back where my memories remain. Flickering embers grow higher and higher as they carry me back to the Mull of Kintyre. Mull of Kintyre, home is rolling in from the sea. My desire is always to be here, oh Mull of Kintyre. Mull of Kintyre, home is rolling in from the sea. My desire is always to be here, oh Mull of Kintyre. This is the part where you're supposed to scream and shout like you're in a pub somewhere. Sorry, this is no pub. All right, this next one is also from the Band on the Run album, and I have no idea what this song is about. I just love this song, so it's called Mrs. Vanderbilt. Down in the jungle, living in a tent. You don't use money, you don't pay rent. You don't even know the time, but you don't mind. Ho! Hey ho! Ho! Hey ho! Ho! Hey ho! Ho! Hey ho! When your light is on the blink, you never think of worrying. What's the use of worrying when your bus has left the stop? You better drop your hurrying. What's the use of hurrying? Leave me alone, Mrs. Vanderbilt. I've got plenty of time of my own. What's the use of worrying? What's the use of hurrying? What's the use of anything? Ho! Hey ho! Ho! Hey ho! Me too, Jackie. Ho! Hey ho! Ho! Hey ho! When your pile is on the wane, you don't complain of robbery. Oh no, run away, don't bother me. What's the use of worrying? No use. What's the use of anything? Leave me alone, Mrs. Washington. I've got plenty of time of my own. What's the use of worrying? What's the use of hurrying? What's the use of anything? Ho! Hey ho! 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 Yeah, one of my favorites. Probably isn't a bad song on that album, though. Another one of my faves from that is Let Me Roll It. That is a great song. Anyway, we're going to go back to the Beatles days. This is one from, probably like 65, 66 era. And great song. You say you will love me if I have to go. You'll be thinking of me. Somehow I will know. Someday when I'm lonely, wishing you were so far away, then I will remember things we said today. Say you'll be mine, girl, till the end of time. These days, such a kind girl is so hard to find. Someday when we're dreaming, deep in love, not a lot to say, and we will remember things we said today. I'm just a lucky guy. Love to hear you say that love is love, though we may be blind. Love is here to stay, and that's enough to make you mine, girl. Be the only one. Love me all the time, girl. We'll go on and on. Someday when we're dreaming, deep in love, not a lot to say, then we will remember things we said today. Me, I'm just a lucky guy. Love to hear you say that love is love, though we may be blind. Love is here to stay, and that's enough to make you mine, girl. Be the only one. Be me all the time, girl. We'll go on and on. Someday when we're dreaming, deep in love, not a lot to say, then we will remember things we said today.
I think I'm going to skip that. We're going to go kind of impromptu. Oh my gosh. This next one's another one that I have really kind of no business trying to do with just a guitar, but it'll be fun. This is from the Ram album, and this was a pretty big hit, I guess. Anyway, you'll have to imagine that I have all sorts of weird instruments, trumpets, and maybe a kazoo, and, you know, just stuff. Stuff. That's how they say it in Liverpool, stuff. We got stuff. That's tough. I went to see Paul McCartney for the first time in 1992, I believe. It was on his first world tour in ages. And he had a killer band. But I went with my friend Bill Mason, who is from Liverpool. And Bill and I used to play music together all the time at our church. And whenever we would practice, there'd be four of us. Whenever we would practice, it was just a matter of time before it degenerated into Bill and I playing Beatles songs. So it was only fitting that we went to see the Beatles together. So we were in Toronto and in the Sky Dome. So when we got there, there was nobody sitting in front of us. So we had our feet draped over the edge. And finally, these people came, and this girl next to us, who was also from England, but came here as a very small child, and she had no accent left. Anyway, she saw the people, and she's like, "Oh, now I got to move my feet." And the guy that was gonna sit in front of her looked at her and went, "Tough." And Bill leans over to me and he goes, "That guy's from Liverpool." And I said, "How do you know that?" And he said, "Because he said tough, and you don't say tough unless you're from Liverpool." He said, "That's the way they say it there." So I said, "Yeah, right." So I tapped the guy and said, "Excuse me, sir, where are you from?" And he goes, "Originally, Liverpool." It turns out he and Bill were like from 5 blocks away from each other. So it was just kind of funny how at least 2 of the other Liverpudlians besides Paul McCartney were sitting right in front and behind each other. Anyway, this is a fun song though. We're so sorry, Uncle Albert. We're so sorry if we caused you any pain. We're so sorry, Uncle Albert. But there's no one left at home, and I believe it's gonna rain. We're so sorry, Uncle Albert, but we haven't done a bloody thing all day. We're so sorry, Uncle Albert, but if anything should happen, then we'll be sure to give a ring. We're so sorry, Uncle Albert, but we haven't done a bloody thing all day. This chart is wrong. We're so sorry. Ultimate guitar strikes again. Uncle Albert. But the kettle's on the boil, and we're so easily called away.
Hands across the water, water, heads across the sky. Hands across the water, water, heads across the sky. Admiral Halsey notified me he had to have a berth or he couldn't get to sea. I had another look and I had a cup of tea and a butter pie. Butter pie. The butter wouldn't melt, so I put it in the pie. Hands across the water, water, heads across the sky. Hands across the water, water, heads across the sky. Live a little, be a gypsy, get around, get your feet up off the ground. Live a little, get around. Live a little, be a gypsy, get around, get your feet up off the ground. Live a little, get around. Hands across the water, water, heads across the sky. Hands across the water, water, heads across the sky. All right, we're gonna go back to the Beatles era, and this is one that makes people laugh when I sing it because, you know, I got no hair. But anyway, next year, my birthday's in July, and next July, not this coming, but next July, I will be able to sing this song from a standpoint of truth, and that pains me a lot to say that, but anyway. When I get older, losing my hair, many years from now, will you still be sending me a Valentine? Birthday greetings, bottle of wine. If I've been out till 2:45, would you lock the door? Or will you still need me? Or will you still feed me? Or when I'm 64? Stay with you. I could be handy, bending a fuse when your lights have gone. You could knit a sweater by the fireside. Sunday mornings, go for a ride. Doing the garden, digging the weeds. Who could ask for more? Or will you still need me? Or will you still feed me when I'm 64? Every summer we can rent a cottage in the Isle of Wight. If it's not too dear, we shall scrimp and Dave. Send me a postcard, drop me a line, stating point of view. Indicate precisely what you mean to say. I'm yours sincerely, wasting away. Give me your answer, fill in a form, mine forevermore. Or will you still need me? Or will you still feed me? Or when I'm 64? Who do 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 do. I just seen a face, I can't forget the time or place we just met. She's just a girl for me, I want all the world to see we met. La da 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 da. Had it been another day, I might have looked the other way. But as it is, I'll dream of her. As it is, I'll dream of her tonight. La da 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 da. Falling, yes I'm falling, and she keeps calling back again. I have never known the likes of this. I've been alone and I have missed things and kept out of sight. Other girls were never quite like this. La da 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 da. Falling, yes I'm falling, and she keeps calling me back again. Falling, yes I'm falling, and she keeps calling me back again. I just seen her face, I can't forget the time or place we just met. She's just the girl for me, I want all the world to see we met. La da 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 da. Falling, yes I'm falling, and she keeps calling me back again. Falling, yes I'm falling, and she keeps calling me back again. Falling, yes I'm falling, and she keeps calling me back again.
All right, getting down to the last couple songs, few songs anyway. This next one might be my favorite song by Paul when he was with the Beatles. I just love this, and I've been to this place. I've been to I've been to everywhere Beatles when it comes to England, and the day that I spent in Liverpool was one of the geekiest days ever. In fact, the person I went to visit, who is from England, did not grow up a Beatles fan and couldn't have cared less. But by the end of the day, somebody said, "How was your day?" And she goes, "Oh, everything was Beatles." So anyway, I had to have my picture taken here. You know, I got my picture taken with Eleanor Rigby. Yes, there is an Eleanor Rigby. Outside of the Cavern Club, there is a bench that has a bronze statue of a woman in a long coat that has no face. And everybody has their picture taken it because it comes from the line in the song, Eleanor Rigby puts on a face that she keeps in a jar by the door. Who is it for? So anyway, but this song is not that sad song. This is kind of a fun song, and it's very Paul-esque. In Penny Lane, the barber show. Oh gosh, that was terrible. What a great start. In Penny Lane, there is a barber showing photographs of every head he's had the pleasure to know, and all the people who come and go stop and say hello. On the corner is a banker with a motor car. Little children laugh at him behind his back, and the banker never wears a Mac.
in the pouring rain. Very strange, Penny Lane is in my ears and in my eyes. Wet beneath the blue suburban skies, I sit and meanwhile back in Penny Lane there is a fireman with an hourglass, and in his pocket is a portrait of the Queen. He likes to keep his fire engine clean. It's a clean machine. Penny Lane is in my ears and in my eyes. Full of fish and finger pies in summer. Meanwhile back in Penny Lane the barber shaves another customer. We see the banker sitting waiting for a trim, and then the fireman rushes in from the pouring rain. Very strange, Penny Lane is in my ears and in my eyes. Wet beneath the blue suburban skies, I sit and meanwhile back Penny Lane is in my ears and in my eyes. Suburban skies, Penny Lane.
I'm looking for songs. Why is the song not coming up? All right, down to my last couple, and this is one of my favorites. This was from the very last Beatles album that came out. It was not the last album they recorded. That was actually Abbey Road, which is by far my favorite. But this was on their last album that came out when the group was still somewhat together, even though they broke up just about the time it came out. So I just love this song.
The long and winding road that leads to your door will never disappear. I've seen that road before. It always leads me here. Lead me to your door. The wild and windy night that the rain washed away has left a pool of tears, crying for the day. Why leave me standing here? Let me know the way. Many times I've been alone, and many times I've cried. Anyway, you'll never know the many ways I've tried, and still they lead me back to the long and winding road. You standing here. A long, long time ago. Don't leave me waiting here. Lead me to your door. But still they lead me back to the lone and winding road. You left me standing here a long, long time ago. Don't keep me waiting here. Lead me to your door. Yeah, 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 yeah. Why, I see Sarah Booth from England just got on. Sarah, I just told a story about my trip to England when I put Carol through that very long day of nothing but Beatles. I don't think she ever forgave me for. Anyway, I saw that my friend Jeff Gregorzeski is still on, and he had requested a song earlier. So I'm going to attempt this one. I was going to close with a different song, but I'm going to try this one and go back and listen to it. It was fun. Anyway, this is one that way back when I was in a really horrible garage band. Like, we were terrible. We were beyond terrible. But we used to play this song in a very different kind of way. And this will definitely be different. Jojo was a man who thought he was a loner, but he knew it couldn't last. Jojo left his home in Tucson, Arizona, for some California grass. Get back, get back, get back to where you once belonged. Get back, get back, get back to where you once belonged. Get back, Jojo. Go home. Get back, get back, get back to where you once belonged. Get back, get back, get back to where you once belonged. Get back, Joe. Billy Preston on the keyboards. Sweet Loretta Martin thought she was a woman, but she was another man. All the girls around says, hey, she's got it coming, but she's getting it while she can. Oh, get back, get back, get back to where you once belonged. Get back, get back, get back to where you once belonged. Get back, Loretta. Ooh. Go home. Get back, get back, get back to where you once belonged. Get back, get back, get back to where you once belonged. Ooh,
get back.
Ow!
All right. Jeff said he's actually learned how to play it after all these years. Yeah, I still haven't learned how to play it, but all right, I'm gonna do one more song. This has been fun. It was one of those, like, Paul had such a high voice, and I knew it'd be a stretch on some of the songs, but I just love playing Beatles. I love Paul's music. But this is the one. This is the one. It's not that one, but this is the one. This song has been recorded, last time I checked, well over 3,000 times. I can't imagine. It's one of those songs. It's one of the. Wait a minute. What is it? What about Paul McCartney? It never happened before. From one of my favorite films, The Lake House. Not one of his. Hold on. Wait. I got to read what this comment. One of his famous songs. It never happened before. I don't know what that is. Anyway, this song's been recorded well over 3,000 times. It was a song that came to Paul in a dream. He had two songs that came to him in a dream. One was, I will look that up, Sarah, because you've got me curious now. One was Let It Be, which he was going through a very tough time. And in the dream, he dreamt his mother, who had died when he was a young lad, as they say in jolly old England, a lad, came to him in the dream and basically said, stop worrying about it, just let it be, it'll be fine. And that's how the song came to him. This one, he dreamed the melody of the song, and he woke up the next day and started playing the song, what he heard in his dream. And he did not have words for it. The working title was Scrambled Eggs. And it went something like, scrambled eggs, baby, how I love your legs. I mean, it was a joke, but it became, his best known song easily. And I'm going to end with this one. I hope you enjoy it. And actually, it's very poignant considering what we've all been through the last few months.
Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. Now it looks as though they're here to stay. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Suddenly, I'm not half the man I used to be. There's a shadow hanging over me. Oh, yesterday came suddenly. Why she had to go, I don't know. She wouldn't say. I said something wrong. Now I long for yesterday. Yesterday, love was such an easy game to play. Now I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Why she had to go, I don't know. She wouldn't say. I said something wrong. yesterday. Love was such an easy game to play. Now I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe in yesterday. All right, well, thank you for joining me, everybody. Happy birthday, Paul. It's still the middle of the night before your 78th birthday, so you got a few more hours. Actually, you got like, well, no, it's actually past midnight in England. So happy birthday, Paul, and thank you, everybody, for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a good time, and I will see you next Wednesday for another ONEderful Wednesday. Not ONEderful, ONEderful Wednesday. See you guys.